More than 30 Gospels once told the story of Jesus, but only 4 survived to become part of the Holy Bible: Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. The rest were buried, banned, or burned. Who decided what humanity was allowed to believe, and what dangerous truths did the Church want to erase? This is Episode 2, The Forbidden Gospels, What They Didn't Want Us to Read. Long before the Bible was completed, hundreds of Christian texts circulated across the ancient world. Some described miracles, others questioned the divine nature of Jesus. Many were written by followers who claimed to have witnessed his words firsthand. But in the 4th century, as the Church grew in power, it faced a choice: which stories would become the official truth, and which would be silenced forever. The word apocryphal comes from Greek. It means hidden. Hidden because these writings challenged what the Church wanted the faithful to believe. Among them were texts that portrayed a more human Jesus, and others that revealed mysteries too controversial for their time. Discovered in Egypt in the 1970s, the Gospel of Judas shocked scholars around the world. In it, Judas Iscariot, the man forever branded as the traitor, is not condemned, he is chosen. According to this text, Jesus himself asked Judas to betray him, so that his soul could be freed from the prison of flesh. "You will sacrifice the man who clothes me," Jesus tells him. In this version, Judas is not an enemy. He is the only disciple who truly understood the mission. Such a vision changes everything. If the betrayal was part of the plan, then salvation itself was built upon deception, a divine paradox hidden for 2,000 years. Another text, the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, portrays her not as a repentant sinner, but as the disciple who truly understood Jesus' message of inner revelation. She speaks of a secret knowledge, a path to the divine within every soul. Her teachings angered the male apostles, who refused to accept that a woman could have received such wisdom. This gospel suggests that Mary was closer to Jesus than anyone else, perhaps even chosen to continue his mission. But such an idea threatened the structure of a patriarchal church. So, her gospel vanished for centuries. Then there is the Gospel of Thomas, a collection of sayings attributed to Jesus, but without miracles, crucifixion, or resurrection. Instead, it teaches that the kingdom of God is already here, and that divine light lives inside every human being. "Split a piece of wood, and I am there. Lift a stone, and you will find me." These words echo an older, more mystical vision of Christ, one that speaks of awakening rather than obedience. It's no surprise that such teachings were excluded. They placed divine power not in temples or priests, but in the human soul itself. In 325 AD, at the Council of Nicaea, church leaders defined what would become the official New Testament. Only 4 Gospels were chosen. The others were labeled heresy, forbidden to be read or copied. But because they were different, they presented a Jesus beyond control, and a faith that could exist without the church itself. Maybe the forbidden Gospels aren't threats to faith, but keys to understanding it. If the Gospel of Judas was right, betrayal was part of the plan. If Mary's words were true, salvation begins within. And if Thomas was right, God was never far away. He was always inside us. Perhaps the story we were told was simply the one most convenient to believe. The secrets of faith are far from over. Subscribe now to the Mystery Vault and uncover the next forbidden chapter, the prophecies they tried to erase.